How to trade smart money
What's going on,
concepts.
guys? Right now I'm just going to go through a little trade recap from today. Today is March 8th, and I just wanted to share my high conviction setup and trade that I alerted to the Discord today. So to begin with, it's really important to note that we're in a significant downtrend all day, right? The next thing I'm looking for is just to take liquidity. So if you can see right here on the 1 minute chart, we do have this low here. We do break this low. We take out this sell side liquidity down here. We then come into this for a 1 hour fair value gap right here. And we go ahead and start to see some rejections off this 1 hour fair value gap. We also have this liquidity sell side down here, which was liquidity from weeks ago. So seeing as how we took this out, we took out liquidity here as well for one last push down under, and then we bounce off this 1 hour fair value gap. This is going to be an area where I'm looking for a trade setup to occur for a bullish setup. Second thing I need to see is a market structure shift. We see that right here as we break structure to the upside. As you can see, we're consistently making lower lows and lower highs, whereas right here we make a higher high than this high right here after making a new low. So this is important to notice as we make that new high. We have this 1 minute fair value gap right here, right? And after I see this thing get a bounce up here, this is when I'm going to start looking for my entry. I'm looking for an imbalance to take my entry off of, and right here we see this 1 minute volume bounce. Okay, so this 1 minute volume bounce right here is where I decided to take my entry. I alerted this to my entire Discord to do as well. Once this entry was taken, I took it with two mini contracts on ES. So $50 per point on this. First target was going to be nearest buy side liquidity, which is going to be right up here. After this push up, we see this red arrow suggests, it shows that I took out one contract of my two contracts I was in. This was a nice, so 76, it's about 5.5 handle trade there for half my position. We then re-entered this 1 minute fair value gap. After I did scale out half my position here, I did go ahead and move my stops to break even, so that way I had zero risk coming back into this, knowing that we have this 1 minute order block to hold as final support, and if this breaks, most likely want to get out of the trade anyways. So next target is going to be the next area of buy side liquidity. We also have this 1 minute fair value gap shown right here in this gray box right here. So this buy side liquidity along with this 1 minute fair value gap is a really good area to exit off my final position. And as you can see, we do get that push up off this fair value gap down here, bounced off this 1 minute volume imbalance as well, added conviction that we're probably going to push up higher. We have this order block here, right? And we do finally get this price target to hit. We do then bounce off this order block I just mentioned, push up a little higher. That's okay. And then as for the downside, this trade I did not take personally. However, it would have been another high conviction short setup that immediately followed. As we reject off this fair value gap, we see a push underneath this order block that creates the breaker here. Okay. And then after we get this push down here on this downward candle here, this is where I would start to look into some a short position, right? We broke the order block here. We're making higher highs, higher lows. That then fails with this candle here as we break this low after higher highs have been made. And then we can look for that imbalance to get short off of, which is going to be this 1 minute volume balance. As you can see, we perfectly wick up into it. And then following that, we do get a beautiful breakdown, and we can catch a nice 5-6 point move from this up here down to here. If I was in this trade personally, I would have taken off most of my position at this 1 minute volume balance as well as this order block here. And then on the rest of my position, if I was in this trade, I most likely would have gotten stopped out above this volume balance right about here. However, just overall really clean price action on the day. Was able to capitalize off this long opportunity here, catching a 5-point move on half position, and then the full 9-point move that I was looking for on the rest of my position here. So all in all, just a really beautiful day of trading.